Hello, everybody. Welcome to yet another exciting episode of Those Natural Ones. Actually starting on time, on the minute, according to my clock. I don't care if your clock is different.
On time.
So, welcome. Thank you all for joining us yet again. Before we get started, as always, we have our list of announcements. First announcement is our next in-person session, which is going to be the thrilling continuance of Sky Pirates and Sky. Will be next Friday, November 3rd at 7 p.m. here at youtube.com/@thosenatural1s, twitch.tv/thosenatural1s, Kick, and Trovo, which we don't have vanity URLs for, so you're just going to have to search for it if you're one of the three people that uses those two platforms. However, next Friday, in person, sitting around a table, and I think we might all be there, barring any last-minute, catastrophes. I think we're all going to be there, which will be fantastic. So, before we start, Scott, do you want to tell them about the thing?
Sure. Hi, I'm Scott.
Welcome to NPR.
So charming.
Those Natural Ones has a Patreon, and I'd love to tell you about it. It's patreon.com/Those Natural Ones. It's the best way to support the stream. There are many levels to choose from. All the way... lots of benefits all the way from access to our Discord server to merchandise all the way up through advertising with us. So please check it out. One of the levels, our Mitra level, includes a weekly shout out to patrons at level. So we'd like to thank again Lesson Flora Marlat and Don Marlat for their continued support. We really appreciate it, and go check it out. See if there's something in there that catches your eye. Patreon.com/Those Natural Ones.
Awesome. And when not checking out our Patreon, where else can they find us, Emery?
Well, when you're not checking us out on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Trovo, you can interact with us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X if you're gross.
You're literally nasty.
If you're literally nasty. You can interact with our Instagram, and you can listen to the podcast form where all podcasts are found. Like, subscribe, share, tell your friends.
Absolutely.
Any and all engagement helps us out a ton.
It does. And
Tell your enemies.
Some of you have been sharing the podcast because our numbers are consistently going up. And thank you all for that. Another place that Emery always forgets because we're elderly is the TikToks.
TikTok.
We are on TikTok.
I swear
Don't
that's
forget your TikToks.
That's a bit that we're doing now. I
It is.
always forget
looking
TikTok.
at the tiki-taki, baby.
It's become
so
a
pretty
thing.
now.
Let me watch some of your talks.
Tumblr. Also, yeah, because
Tumblr?
Butch Deadlift on
Tumblr, that's right.
Tumblr.
Yeah,
Perry
Butch has a blog on Tumblr.
Perry does run our Tumblr account too. I always forget about that too. So,
Because it's Tumblr.
exactly.
Tumblr was hip.
Salting
Accurate.
these platforms
It
we're
still
using.
is.
It's our shtick. That's what we do. Like Triumph the Insult comic dog with more pooping.
But we're dissing ourselves.
It's cheeky and fun when we do it.
Yes. All right. I think that is it for the announcements. So, Sam, would you like to get everybody up to speed about what happened last week?
Would I? All right, so last session went totally as planned and on script. We seemingly confirmed that Bart died in Shadowfell. Elric
Wait,
visited...
what?
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. I
Perry
was
wasn't. Perry wasn't here.
So-
Oh my god. Oh,
Gwen
no.
sought out to confirm Bart was alive because she still believed and still does. But
we were drunk.
she went out to find out and confirmed that Bart had been gone for days, and his shop was seemingly abandoned. There was no fresh food or warm coals at his house. So it seemed that he had died in Shadowfell.
Don't forget
Elric-
about the carving.
Oh, I always do because I don't want to remember it. In his house, where there was also a cold fire and stale food, was a carving of the same symbol that we found on our invitation to Strahd's Manor for dinner. It was carved into his bedstand. I still believe. Elric visited... After that happened, Elric visited Amisra, and she was investigating the King of Shan's royal lineage and discovered a mysterious event where the king may have been swapped. After Gwen had checked out Bart's home and also found an old image of him and his wife, Rhett, Orpheus, and Gwen, on their way to bother Elric and Amisra, stopped at the general store because Gwen wanted to get something. Anything. After some shenanigans, Gwen did make it out with a faded yellow envelope that was addressed to Bart, but due to those shenanigans, Orpheus and Gwen ended up in the drunk tank. Rhett ended up escorted back to the barracks. The next day, we revealed to the general what we believed happened to Bart and Alien. Arnon, in a separate area, revealed the effect that the Shadowfell and the Sunsword had had on him. Rhett shared that she did receive a letter from her mother, and via scrying, Butch was able to confirm some of what her mother said, leading us to go to Rockrealt, or no, we needed to go to Rockrealt. Before we took the Nerissa to Rockrealt, Arnon visited the Temple of the Raven Queen and confirmed that we have 5 generals left to take out, and also that the Sunsword may end up being a problem. We ended the session at the Royal Explorer Inn in Rockrealt with several rooms booked with discretionary fees, so nobody would know we were there. And I have no idea what time of day it is, but we're in Rockrealt now.
It took you about a little under 30 hours to fly, so we would say it's probably about midday now. And a couple things to point out that I was kind of rushing last week when we landed there, trying to get everything done before the end. So I kind of glanced over. One thing, too, that you would have realized while coming into this city, this is a massive metropolis. Much larger. Like I said, it was on par with like Menzoberranzan. The area that you landed where that Spire dock was, airship dock, you saw brightly colored buildings. Everything was very presentable, very, top tier, trying to impress. You saw small alleyways crammed with people. There was just people of all different variations, all different backgrounds and races coming and going, walking into shops, leaving. Very much a fantasy Galway is how I described it in Discord earlier today. Bright, vibrant yellows, oranges, blues, pinks, houses. You have banners draping across the small streets, cobblestone streets, everything very well maintained, at least in this area, as you walked towards the Royal Explorer Inn, which was still within the wall, but right near, probably less than half a mile from that gate that led out towards where Rhett's family estate would have been. So, as you stand there, just getting your rooms, getting a little bit of food and beverage and all of that, the day is yours. What would you like to do?
Just gonna look at Rhett for guidance. Or just ready to follow her lead.
You're probably shortly after noon. So maybe like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
What's like around us, like
So
to do wise places?
you would be fairly familiar with this area. This is very much like the trading hub that is fed by that airship dock. You would know of quite a few, shops around here, as well as the handful of taverns, one of which you already chose. This is very much an entertainment and what's the word I'm looking for? Shopping destination of Rockrealt.
Bizarre.
Bizarre. Thank you. That works.
You're welcome.
Oh, bizarre.
How bizarre.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh.
You also know that you would be about, not that it's that relevant, but just so you are aware, you would also know that you are probably about a mile and a half south of the main castle in the castle yard.
And
You
how
guys wanna
close?
go-
How close are we to Rhett's parents right now? Or would she have told us that? Would you have told us that?
You would
I
know.
don't think.
Well, Rhett, you would know that from this distance, your estate is a few miles out east, northeast of, and walking would probably take you probably about 2 hours to get there.
Do you guys want to go shopping? What do you want to see?
Yes, there's things I have a list.
Fit.
I want to know your favorite snack in Rockrealt, Rhett. And then I want to eat it.
I agree.
I'm not sure that we can get that outside of my compound. I'm pretty sure that my parents import a lot of snacks directly to them. I'm not entirely sure where they all come from. You know, rich people shit.
You know, I was thinking if you wanted to put on the hat of disguise, we could just pretend we were sent by you. If you don't want to go officially yet.
We'll see, like, I feel like there are other. I mean, Butch has a list. Butch, what's on your list?
Oh, well. Let's just bring up my list. Bum. As he looks through his bags for the list, because he doesn't have it all memorized.
I think
A
that
sunburst.
also, like, I'm not gonna do a hat of disguise thing. I think I'm just gonna see who remembers.
That's fair. According to my list, I need a sunburst pendant for fighting vampires. Guess we missed the boat on that one. We need some diamond dust, guys, so I can cast Greater Restoration at some point.
Okay.
I know, Elric, I think you might be also interested in ivory strips for casting in Legend Lore.
I
know
would
you-
need those, yes.
Yeah, we should probably do those. That, of course, also requires a lot of incense, which is expensive. I already got a crystal ball, which is fantastic. I don't think I'm going to be casting planar binding anytime soon because it takes a jewel worth 1,000 gold. Good gravy. If we do find a reliquary worth 500, I could summon a celestial, which would be amazing for those big fights. Just
Ooh,
saying.
and
Yeah.
I speak celestial.
Oh yeah, and you could practice. Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Unless of course we find one, which, if you guys would like me to be able to see far distant places, a jeweled horn or a glass eye would be good, so I can use clairvoyance. And I always need more diamonds for the revivify spell for just in case you die.
Okay. Oh my, that was so you
Yeah.
die. There's such gravity to that. DM, I have a question.
Yes.
So never mind. I think I answered it myself. Sorry.
Good story, bro.
It was a great story. But did we get any money from, I know that like they had to like count up the loot and stuff like that. I'm only asking because we're down to about 23 grand.
You have
So,
not yet. You basically,
okay.
so you came back from Barovia, slept, and then left the next day. So they didn't have time to go to send the group out to take inventory and all of that.
Yeah, because we haven't made money in like a long time. So just FYI to everyone. We've spent lots, but we haven't made money in a long time.
Did we spend money on the tower?
No.
No, that's being commissioned by the military.
So we're not going to owe money on that when it's built. This isn't. We're
I
not going to have a
certainly hope
mortgage
not.
on the tower, are we?
I certainly hope not, considering it's going to be used almost entirely for.
Can we toll the
Finishing this
dead
fight.
and have a reverse mortgage on it instead?
Oh my god.
That's not. I don't. Okay.
No? Okay.
That's. I'm almost certain that's not how business is conducted with real estate. I think.
Reverse mortgages are just a terrible idea.
I know, but we
Also
don't have to
that.
deal with it. The others that have been told.
So, Rhett, you would
Any company that has like 500 commercials during daytime TV with people who were celebrities 40 years ago, not
Yeah.
a good
don't do
idea.
it.
So, Rhett, you would know of a few places in the general vicinity, a few stores and the lot, depending on what you all are looking for. You would know of 3 individual stores that were the ones that you yourself or let's face it, people that worked for you would frequent. And that would be, depending on what was needed at the time, there is a basic general goods / equipment store located a few blocks away from the tavern you're in called the Basic Journey. There,
God. Do they sell PSLs also?
yeah, they do. Absolutely.
Awesome. I feel like that would
Everyone wears Uggs. It's part of the uniform.
be... Like, is everyone dressed like Han Solo?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh no.
Awesome.
I was hoping it was a lot of Lacoste shirts. For anybody who wasn't ready for it.
The occasional. And then like an ironic Carhartt jacket because they've actually never done a day of work in their lives.
Yeah.
We've
So
entered basic season.
there was a kind of arms and armory store that kind of specialized in more less than common armors and weaponry called the Elder Armor. And then there was a pretty well-known just general magic shop that specialized in not only some enchanted items but also item components, spell components, and the like. It was a kind of bronzish building that had the facade of a wizard's tower, and it was actually called the Glittering Tower, and it's probably about a mile and a half. It's to the west of you. It would be down past where you guys came and kind of north of the spire that you landed at, kind of between that park and the castle itself.
I feel like we want to go to all of these places. So
Yeah.
I'm just going
Is
like
Rhett
so I'm going to No, I'm just saying like
I
that's
know.
just like reality. Like, I feel like everyone would want to go to all these places. Maybe not at the same time.
Right.
So far, we've learned about the
Um,
Elder Armor and the Glittering Tower, right? Is there a third one?
The Basic Journey, which was the general goods store.
Which one do we go to first?
We'll go to the general store and talk about how it's not as good as Bart's. I'm kidding.
I'm
but
really ready for you to like neg my hometown. I'm super
no,
excited.
I'm not going to do that. I'm just sore about Bart. But I think probably not a terrible idea to stop by the general store for general things and maybe licorice.
Store general things. Sure.
So, it's just whether or not Rhett would feel motivated to go directly home, or if you would feel like you were kind of stalling a little bit to take some time.
Oh, stalling. 100%.
Oh, let's go shopping.
100% stalling.
And I know you elves like clothes.
I mean, I don't not like clothes.
Orpheus, do you like clothes? Is that like a thing? Do humans also care a lot about their clothing?
A furs store here, Rhett?
Furs?
Where one might get furs? Like where you can still see the face?
I would assume that would be at the armory.
Well, there actually,
Career?
oddly
No.
enough, there is.
Would armory be like outerwear? Armory and outerwear.
Yeah, no, that would be armory. Would be more like they do have like leather things, but if you're looking for like pelts, you would be more of like a trading post, which
The outer wall.
What
there.
if we're looking for boots with the fur?
I would
Yeah.
imagine
That's
the same
the-
place.
with the fur.
That's the basic journey again.
How about
my God.
apple bottom
Ah.
jeans?
But how many people were looking at her from the bar area? Has that? No. Okay. Huh.
Did she fall upon the floor?
TBD.
So you would know there is a pretty well-renowned like fur trader, that's on the other side of the like port area. It's cresting more into like the center of town. It would be it's called the Whimsical Wolf.
Oh.
If we have time, I'd love to go there.
Yes. Agreed. So general goods.
General goods?
General Goods.
Sounds
General
like
Goods.
we're going to General Goods.
Yes, it does.
All right, so you walk the couple. You walk the couple blocks over to this. It's a fairly large, very brightly yellow painted exterior of like a stucco style, almost Tudor style building, right in the middle of this town square area. You do see two large pane windows, and painted in black, very curly font is the basic journey across this double wood and glass door. That the doors are propped open at this time since it's the beginning of the day. You do see, or I'm sorry, the middle of the day. You do see a pretty consistent flow of traffic in and out of the store.
Do I recognize anybody coming in and out?
It seems to be, I mean, not currently yet. Seems to be just general populace at this point. Nobody who you would
For the
have,
general store.
yeah, nobody who you would have really wasted your time with at this point.
Will I fit through the
God.
door of the
I,
general
oh,
store?
that I would waste my time with. I'm so mean.
You know what I mean.
No, I don't. But yuck. Yeah, I think that. But everything looks familiar still, right?
Yeah.
Just looks like a little bit aged.
Yeah,
or-
it's
okay,
I mean, you've only been gone from this area for probably, 5-ish years, if that long. So
okay.
everything's more or less this. Some buildings, paint has changed colors. No major construction that's really changed the feel of the area. There are a couple
Major
places where buildings have been renovated slightly, but Most of it's very familiar to you.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna open the door, hold the door open, for everybody, and just say friends, kind of. But when I say friends, I'm gonna just like look Arnon directly in the eyeballs while I'm holding.
Nick, do I have to go through sideways?
No, it's a double
This
door.
is two
it's
doors?
it's a double door.
Oh.
And this is
Oh, good.
this is a very large building. You can tell that this is
Okay, good.
probably one of the premier stores in this area. You walk in and you see so this is a very wide building, and you do see about halfway through there is a second floor like loft area as well. You do see two stairwells on either side that go up to this lofted area. You see rows and rows of shelves just filled with, jugs, cooking equipment, food. You do see a few bolts of like cloth and stuff in barrels at the end of these rows. You see other barrels that seem to be filled with, herbs and tea leaves, and you just get this fragrant aroma that kind of fills the entire store of just this herbal scent. You see to your
Hey, Butch, check out those jugs.
to your right there is a long counter with an elven man, kind of tanned in skin, auburn hair down to about mid shoulders, with one very tight braid on top. Kind of helping out, trying to juggle between like 2 or 3 people at the same time. Up on the balcony or the lofted area, you do see more rows of shelves, and you can make out various accoutrements and various knickknacks all over the shelves up there as well.
Is there a wood elf vibe from that guy who's juggling all the customers?
Yeah, I would say you would definitely tell he's at least of wood elf descent.
Oh, jugs. Sorry, you elves.
What do we find in the store, like outside of like knickknacks?
What are you looking for?
Patty wax.
Give a dog a bone.
Maybe some dogs and bones.
I'm rolling home.
No.
Use a
Chris, don't
dimension
jump
door.
on
Yeah.
the dad joke train. Don't do it.
Is there-
Don't fall for the trap.
Is there anything specific you're looking for, Elric?
I think outside of just upkeep with rations, I'd probably be looking for maybe like the cheaper version of common spell components.
Okay. I mean, you see a lot of like
I'm looking for a bargain.
Yeah, fair. So you see,
Cheapskate, Elric.
depending on what you're
Tell me what you want, but make sure, talk
Yeah.
to me and I'll see what I.
depending on
I
what
wanna-
you're
I wanna-
looking for, because if looking on this first floor of this this store, it appears like it's kind of broken out into sections. There's one section that's food and food stuff. There's another section that's more or less like home goods, like pots and pans and other cooking utensils and stuff like that. And then there's another section that has like bolts of fabric and as well as like more knick-knacky stuff. If you're looking for specific like organic spell components, you might be able to find them in amongst the like herbs and seasonings or inside the like grocery section of this store.
Okay,
Of this
so
department store.
there's probably a couple of things that I'm looking for in particular.
Okay.
One of which would be, and this is gonna sound weird saying it out loud, pieces of octopus or squid tentacles.
Did you say that out loud?
Do you want you no, he
Yep.
just wants some calamari. Don't worry about it. No, it's just calamari. That's what we're gonna call it. It's just not fried yet. It's just not fried yet.
So you would
Watch it.
find there is a couple sections, this being a massive port town,
Of the catch of the day.
there is a couple in this store, a few varieties of seafood. You could find some octopus tentacles and stuff like that if you would like. You would know also, or at least Rhett would know, that there are some more like fish markets closer to the dock in the port district.
Okay, I think I should probably be a little bit more specific. Pieces of a tentacle from either a giant octopus or a giant squid.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to find that here. You could attempt one of the
Kind of what I figured.
you could attempt one of the fish markets, but you would have to go check that out.
It sounds like a special thing.
What? You don't think that our
do
fish
you
can be
need
big
that?
here?
Elric,
Offensive.
Mm.
why do you need that, Elric?
Shits and giggles.
Spell component. It is a spell component.
For which spell?
To cast Old
Perfect
Spice.
slime.
The spell with tentacles in it.
Oh.
Cool.
Specifically, Evard's black tentacles.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm just gonna recede into the crowd.
I thought it was Edward's.
Great.
Edward's black tentacles.
Edward has a very different black tentacle. We're not going to talk about that one.
Do they have?
Oh.
Why?
That went sideways.
I need an adult.
So, new group name idea.
No.
Oh,
Yes!
Oh no, is it another
Edward's
Anal?
black
I love
tentacle.
Anal.
Was it Elric's black tentacles or
No,
Edward?
Elric's
but it
black
It
tentacles.
was Elric's idea.
Yeah. EBT. EBT.
You know what? I'm just gonna start leaning into it. I'm for it, Arnon.
How about EBTC of Conticaria?
Let's see.
How about
now,
BETC and then we find something for H and then we can just be Betch.
That's not.
Betch or
Bury it.
Sneaky Cheeks. Come on.
We're still not settled on that.
Oh, you're not.
You're not settled on it, but majority rules, my friend. This is a democracy.
It is truly in
But
admiration of
he-
your
Oh my
your
god.
claps.
Just the claps. Just the
Without
claps.
fail. It's without fail.
Every time.
Is there
Every time.
anything else you are
Every
looking
time you
for?
try to be sneaky.
Is there anything?
Oh.
Does this place sell incense?
Yeah, you could probably find some incense here.
We need a lot.
Okay,
Wait.
You wanna buy it.
let's load
you
up
were-
on incense.
If you were looking for mass quantities of incense, it would probably be in the at the Glistening Tower. This is going to have just like small patches for like home use. It's not going to be of the same caliber and in the same quantities as
We need
like
magic grade incense.
yeah.
Magic grade incense in mass quantities. Brought to you by the Catholic Church.
So we're gonna go to like the Costco of
This
magic
is-
shops.
This
to
is
get
like
some
the
incense.
incense you get at waterbeds and stuff.
Okay.
That's like,
No.
It's the
No.
head shop incense.
Yep.
it's the recreational use only.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
we
doesn't
should
work for
explain
magic.
what waterbeds and stuff is to anyone that isn't in Ohio.
It's a head shop. I mean, let's be honest. It's a head shop in the back of a waterbed store that I don't think
Buy
has
these
Mhm.
waterbeds,
I don't think
college
they've
students.
ever sold a single waterbed in their entire life.
You
know
can look
what?
up headshot
The
online.
last water beds stuff I went into on Polaris, it's in the front now. It's not even in the back.
Oh, really? They don't have the
Nice.
beaded curtain anymore?
No. It's like you go in,
It's a
waterbeds
shame.
are to the left, and the weed and accoutrement is to the right. Not even
right.
in the back anymore.
Reeling it back in.
I do have a question. Way back when I bought a set of carving tools, is there like a carving
I
for
thought you were
dummies?
gonna ask about a real life waterbeds and stuff purchase, and I was like, what?
All right.
No.
Like a book about wood
Yeah.
carving or bone carving?
A book about carving, because I have a goal of being able to carve something and make like a bracelet of some kind, or like some kind of like
Ooh, that's
jewelry with
cool.
twine and bones. That is my goal, not for any.
I'd say, yeah, you
functional
could
purpose.
probably find a book, basically a novice guide to carving book, and it would probably cost you about 5 silver.
That's 100% what Gwen's gonna seek out.
Cool.
Hey, what you doing there, Gwen? What you buying? Why would you need a book on carving?
Okay, I want to. You see this, and I'm gonna point to the bracelet that Rain gave Gwen. I'm gonna say, you see this? So
Yeah.
I want to do the same, but with some of this, and I just pull out some of the bones, and then I put them back in my pockets, and I say, I want to make a bracelet for Rain, like they made for me.
That's lovely. That's beautiful.
If you'd like one,
You-
I can, but it's not. I'm not gonna. I mean, I
I'm
don't.
good. I'm
It's
good.
different. Okay. I mean, that's
I
I know
appreciate
what-
it, Gwen.
Orpheus, I know what you need.
What's that, Butch?
You need a sword that you can actually hit things with.
I don't think that sword exists.
Well, no. Hear me out. You're into fitness, right?
Oh, I'm very into fitness.
All right.
This whole pizza. in my mouth.
Fitting this
Butch,
whole sword in the holding bag.
Butch kind of reaches towards Orpheus' sword. He doesn't touch it. He's like, look, we need to get you more into fitness sword into our enemies.
Right you are, Butch. Right you are.
Wait, did your name have to do with fitness, Butch?
I don't want to talk about that.
I think it's
I
more
always-
for lifting
I always
the
thought
dead.
because you were a cleric. Yeah, you were like.
I am very strong, yes, but I don't want to make anyone here embarrassed.
Do it.
Oh,
I mean, I
Do you
guess
have
we could have like a
do you have
lift off.
a
Are we
prolapse
gonna have a
situation
feat of
going on?
strength?
I think
Oh,
that's an
no.
elf thing.
What the fuck?
This is going so off the rails.
It's not me! It's not me! I sort of.
One of 4 shops completed. No!
Yeah!
Put it back! I don't believe it. Reveal what you just destroyed. Who did he kill?
I found the trigger. It's prolapsed rectums. That is
Oh
the DM trigger.
That was
was
Bart's
that the-
sheet.
I'm glad we found that line.
no!
Yeah, that's not a thing that totals can do, I don't think. We can do other things.
So
I
is
So how
don't
that,
about that
know,
incense?
Thanks.
All right,
Orpheus
I
turns
just-
around and walks out the door.
All right.
all right, so the Carving for Dummies book, is there anything else in here that you're looking for in the store?
Is that next to the taxidermy for dummies book?
Oh my gosh.
Written by the great bard Chuck Testa.
Do they have any nice flutes?
You don't see anything that you would consider a nice flute in here. You see some basic, like, the flutes you would give to your kids when they first start learning how to play flute.
I don't believe there would. Hold on. I don't
Oh,
believe there
God,
wouldn't be
they're
some sort of music shop in this
There would be.
in this
They're
area.
There is, but
It's-
not at the general store you're in right now.
Yeah, Butch. So I tell Butch that there is a legitimate music. Like there's an
Correct.
instrument shop. There's a colonial music.
There's
Was
Cool.
There's a colonial music here. It's a very specific regional joke.
Let's say Westerville. 4. Well, no, 4 if you count
They might
yourself.
not care enough. Okay.
Rhett, I'm sorry. I think I have to go apologize to Orpheus.
I think
Butch is
you
gonna
should
go
do what's in
outside
your
and-
heart.
find Orpheus to apologize.
So am I the only one buying anything here?
I don't
I'm
think
going to
so.
buy like some
Incense?
rations.
Okay, so you get some rations and
want
stuff like that.
snacks.
It snacks, various food stuffs that you're looking to recoup here.
Would there be any thieves' tools in this store?
Lockpicks.
There,
Extra
For all your
sets.
B&E needs.
There's
I would
probably some
say-
sets for children.
I would
Oh
say,
yeah, with the see-through lock.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I would say there's not necessarily a set of thieves' tools, but walking around in the like tools section, you see the parts and pieces you would need to kind of create your own set at this point. You would know that most general stores don't typically sell full-on sets of thieves' tools because,
Do you need criminal equipment?
yeah.
I'm going to piece together a couple sets
Okay, so
for spares.
we'll say 2 sets of thieves' tools, the random food stuffs, the book, incense. Was there anything else?
Rope, a cucumber, and some lotion.
That went in my notes, just for the record.
I'm not even gonna.
I just don't want the thieves' tools purchases to look suspicious.
Is there anything here that we would want to fill up the jug with?
The jug fills
Like, is
itself.
that something that would
After
be?
that comment?
Yeah, but would we
Oh.
want to like change it up to a different liquid?
That's not really how it works. Every morning you say what you want the jug to fill with, and it fills with
Cool.
Yeah.
Can I roll to guess accurately what kind of food or treat or something that Orpheus actually enjoys?
that. You can roll an insight check? I don't know.
I have that skill.
Butch, I was too focused on my book. What'd you do?
Oh my god. That's a natural.
Read his mind,
Natural 20.
apparently.
So, yeah, you Orpheus, what kind of snack would he know that you liked?
Not his soup that he made for us down in the dens. Definitely not his
Definitely not.
chocolate-covered grasshoppers. He would know that Orpheus really likes jerky
All right.
for his
as-
gains.
As Butch is about to leave, he turns around and realizes this might be a good place to buy jerky because they have a lot of other stuff here that's weird.
Oh yeah, there's barrels of jerky. You go down one aisle and there's like 10 or 15
Oh yeah,
barrels.
that's just the jerky barrel
It's like-
aisle.
All right.
And you see different, like, I don't know if any of you have ever been in a Buc-ee's at the jerky stand at the Buc-ee's, but there's like, like you see fucking pepper jerky, you see teriyaki, you see like 15 different styles of jerky.
How's pepper
is
jerky
there a
if you're
human in
nasty?
this aisle?
What'd you say?
Is there a human in this aisle?
You do see, you see this. There's like this kind of elderly woman with like kind of long silver hair, kind of half
All right,
hunched over.
I will approach her in what I believe to be a docile manner.
She
And I
kind
will
of
say, "Excuse me, human. I seek advice on what kind of jerky is most enjoyed
well, it's been
by."
quite a few years since I've been able to eat jerky. Seeing as I lost most of my teeth, it's kind of hard to eat jerky without teeth. But when I was younger, that and she kind of points over to this one that's kind of almost got a little bit of a sweet smell to it.
Okay.
That was my favorite.
What else?
I don't. You are very large.
I do apologize. This was not a choice that I made. Butch is getting emotional at this.
She's kind of taking a step back, and she's like, any of those over, and she points to like 3 different barrels. One of those would be good. I got, and she turns around and
Thank
starts
you. I'm
shuffling off.
sorry. Butch feels like shh, crap now. Butch is going to put together, under her advice, a collection of jerky to give to
Fantastic.
folks.
A jerky bouquet.
Does Butch look
Yes.
visibly upset while putting the jerky together?
I'm going to make a deception roll to not look upset.
I'm gonna make an
Because
insight roll to see
I
if I
don't
can
want to
tell.
look upset.
Can I do that?
I think that's how it works.
Yeah, you would do insight.
I got a 10. You got to make a 10 or better.
I got a +9. Fingers crossed.
Shit.
Did I roll it?
Not yet.
I saw
I saw a
something roll.
4.
It's taking a second to
I saw a-
register.
Oh, there we
A
go.
4 on the-
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Oh, dang.
That's
Can I tell?
That's perception, but that's fine.
Oh,
you
well,
did a natural
it's still
18.
+9.
It was a natural
Okay.
18. Yeah, you can definitely tell that he looks upset.
I'm gonna walk over to Butch and ask him, do you need some help?
No, I'm all right. I think Rhett has all our money though.
We can go
So
up.
do
with
I-
her.
Do I recognize like any of the people that either work in or like own the shop? or-
You see one person who's working right now, currently, at least one person behind the bar. The Wood Elf gentleman, you would have seen him in passing. He's, as far as you've known, or as far as you can remember, he's always been the one that's been working in here when you have come through.
Okay.
You
Does
do.
he know who I am? Like I recognize him, but does he know who I am?
Possibly. You would know that this is a man by the name of Renan.
Okay. Keeps
Runnin',
running,
runnin',
running,
Yeah.
and running and running.
Rennyn. So, and he's currently checking out like 2 or 3 people. You do see a line of probably about 4 or 5 people waiting to check out.
So we just get in line and I just kind of look up until like, like when you make eye contact.
Yeah,
with
when you're
someone,
like
you
staring
kinda
at
know
somebody
they're looking.
like.
No, okay, not that creepy. Hold on a second. I'm looking, I'm watching with intent, but I'm not like, hey, like
Yeah.
it's not creepy. It's just, hey, I'm staring in a line and watching it, but then it's like I know that we would make eye contact.
Yeah, he kind of like looks up and he looks up quickly and then like looks back down at what he's doing and kind of like you can see a little bit of recognition and he kind of like glances up in your direction and then
And I
kind of
just kind of like put my hand up and I'm like, like the weird like hat in hand, like, hey person,
kind
I
of
know each
waves
other,
back
what's
at
up?"
you and then like quickly finishes up with the 2 or 3 people in front of him as you walk up. I was like,
Renan, how are you?
good. Busy. It's been a while since I've seen you in here.
About 5 years.
Yeah.
Not too long, right? That's not too long.
Yeah,
Right.
how how can I help you? What do you need?
Oh, well, me and my coworkers here, or if my coworkers, my friends, we have some things to purchase on the way out to meet up with mom and dad, so really excited about that trip.
Sure.
But hey, just got a fun little party here. Some friends and we've met along the way.
Okay.
So
Here, let me see what you
Yeah.
got. And he starts kind of looking over everything and tallying. You can see him kind of tallying things in his head. And he's like, all right, for all this, be about 2 gold total.
oh, just 2.
Yeah, just 2.
Great.
You guys really
Fantastic.
didn't get a lot of stuff, so.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, where's the Grundle tractor discount? You know what I
off of-
mean? Like
you're not
for 2
gonna
gold.
you're
Like,
not gonna
that's-
completely Karen it.
No, I'm just gonna accept it because I need to have some social couth only here no other places. Everywhere else, I'm gonna, like light boats on fire. But here, I'll reel it in. So like, oh, just two. Well, thank you. And I also just add like 1 gold as kind of like
Oh.
just a
Yeah.
goodwill gesture,
And
a
you
tip.
see smile across his face, and he's like, "Oh, thank you so much.
Of course.
Are you back in town? Are you going to be here more often now?"
Just for now, TBD.
Okay, that's fair.
To be decided. We'll kind of venture on up the road. I'm making a couple of stops, music store, look at some armor, perhaps, add some more lights to my really cool Jericho jacket. The usual stuff.
Awesome. Well, welcome back home, and I look
Thank
forward
you.
to seeing you soon.
Yeah, I'd love to catch up. Absolutely. And then I turn around and walk with haste.
Fantastic. All right.
As I assume we're all quickly following Rhett out, as soon as we clear the bustling of the store, I just want to like pat Butch's shell, and just knowing that he's upset, just be like, Butch, you are the perfect size and my perfect turtle friend, and I want you to know that people don't always think, but you're good people. You are, even if they aren't.
That's very kind of you, Glenn. I must go make amends with Orpheus.
I'll be your backup if you want, or I'll stay away. Whatever you need. But I got you.
Thank you. I'm looking for Orpheus.
I believe Orpheus was just standing outside, correct?
I'm just standing outside, so should be
Well,
easy.
then I find you when I finally
I
look.
feel like Orpheus is like the cool kid that's just like smoking a cigarette outside because he's
Oh,
like a loner, but he's like he still wants you to think he's really cool, like to hang out with. But then he'll still like be like, no, I'll wait outside.
I'm too cool to buy stuff.
I'm too cool
I'm
to
not
buy
lonely at
guys,
all.
maybe later. Like, oh.
Orpheus, I purchased these meat food stuffs for you.
What have you got there, Butch?
A gift. I'm sorry, I insulted your sword.
Well, that's very kind of you, Butch. I appreciate the apology. I
was
certainly
just-
love some beef jerky.
I know.
Let's be friends.
And I
It's
promise
not
you,
all
Butch.
beef though.
Next fight, I'll try to hit something.
Just not me, okay?
It's a deal.
Good.
So, as you all leave, where are you headed?
I didn't know humans could get that old.
Do you guys want to go magic or armor? Or music shop?
Music.
What's the closest? Disembodied voice.
Let's say the magic shop.
Well, let's go to the magic shop.
All right.
Off to the magic shop.
Easy enough.
Sneaky Jake's gonna make it drop.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
With his
whoa, whoa, whoa,
spells.
whoa.
What? Huh?
There's
Nothing? I'm a very musical person.
All right. So you
what
walk
you did
up
there.
and you do see at the end of this one street, kind of, it opens up to a T intersection, and right across the street you're walking down, you do see this large bronze glittering tower. So you walk up, you walk in, and you do see a kind of a rounded top wooden door. This place is definitely the facade of like a wizard's tower, just significantly shorter. You walk in and you do see again, you're hit with that instant smell of incense. You see, it's very dimly lit in here, and you notice around the perimeter of this kind of circular room more shelves and barrels with random spell components. The spellcasters among you, which I believe is pretty much every single one of you, would notice there's certain things that you pick up on instantly. You see pinches of sulfur. You see barrels full of fine ash and dust. You see containers of incense and thorns. Everything for arcane magic and divine magic and anything in between. You look over, and kind of in the center of this room, you do see a few patrons kind of meandering and moseying through the shop. In the center of this room is kind of a circular counter, glass display case style counter, and behind it you do see another elven woman, probably appears to be about middle-aged, blonde hair pulled back into a tight ponytail, kind of loosely flowing like lavender robes. She appears to be helping out one or two individuals who are currently inquiring about a few things that are in the case in front of them.
I'm going to ask Elric if there's anything in particular he's looking for while we're in here.
Let's start with components and slowly work our way towards the more expensive things.
Sounds good.
What specific components are you looking for?
Ivory strips, incense,
Yep.
the list of things that Butch needs for his divine spellcasting.
Is there a
Butch is
price?
just trying not to knock anything down.
Is there a like specific value for the ivory strips you need for the spell?
Yeah.
I think the
Yeah.
ivory strips doesn't have a cost, but the incense is like 250 gold worth.
Oh, son of a gun, I lost the page.
Okay, so
I come up next to Elric, and I say, I also need a seed of a legume specifically.
A legume seed.
Like a peanut?
Wait, don't we have like magic beans?
That might be overkill.
It's probably overkill.
just so you know, Orpheus, you have a spellcasting focus, so you don't need components that don't cost money.
Oh, okay, great.
The only components when you have a spellcasting focus, the only components you need are anything that actually have a monetary value to them.
Okay,
so,
thank you.
Yeah.
Disregard.
Right.
Those ivory strips need to be worth at least 50 gold pieces each.
Okay.
Yeah, I posted it in the.
Hey, thanks to whomever that was. I didn't see the thing. Strauss
me.
Show. Thanks.
Me.
Nice.
It's me the
Yeah,
whole time.
I'm looking it up right now. It's 4 ivory strips. Yes, 50 gold each. So 200 gold worth of ivory strips and 250 gold worth of incense for one casting. The incense is used up. The incense is used up, but the ivory strips are not. So
much incense.
So, and you walk in and you do see there are piles, not piles, but a nice stack of ivory strips off in one of the corners. You could easily pick up 4 of them. You do see barrels of incense of different scent, clearly.
It's not barrels of golden reliquaries.
You don't see barrels of golden reliquaries, no.
I didn't think so. Well, that's what Butch is looking for. Golden reliquaries.
While they're shopping around, Orpheus is going to approach the shopkeep.
Okay.
Excuse me, shopkeep.
They're finishing. Sorry, I was
Sorry.
taking care of something. They are finishing up with one customer, and then when you walk up, they kind of look up. Yes, how can I help you?
Oh, sir, I have a
I'm a
particular...
woman.
Oh, sorry. My mistake.
I don't know my skull. Wow, that was such an intense thought. My goodness.
Can we check Orpheus's perception once
Why
again?
would this happen? I'm so sorry.
It's a -1, so there's a good chance that I did not realize it was a woman.
So,
So it's like, Orpheus, take your helmet off. You
yeah,
don't have to
Elvin.
wear that in the store.
That's
About
all the hair.
middle-aged elven woman.
Okay, sorry. Excuse me, ma'am. I have a particular magical trinket that I personally won't have much use for. I was wondering what you would value it at. And I pull out the gem that I pulled out of the Baba Yaga house.
She takes a look at it. She's like, give me just 1 minute with this.
Oh.
She kind of studies it. She's like, well, Elric, if you see this, you do notice that she's casting Identify on this. This seems to be a jewel that acts as almost like an arcane power source for a type of inanimate object of some sort, sometimes used in smaller forms for like golems and such like that. I haven't seen one this large before. As an item individually, it's not... We don't have too much of a ask for something of this size. However, if sold to the right person, it could be broken down and power multiple smaller automaton. She kind of looks it
It's
over.
a
And she's
magical D battery.
like, yeah, basically. She kind of looks it over, and she's like, okay. I could potentially give you about... The size of this is intriguing. I'll do about 5,000 gold.
Holy cow.
Orpheus
Like the
considers it a
whole-
moment. All right. I think that sounds fair. I'm going to tell my friend, and I point over to Elric, to confirm that he receives the remainder of the funds after using those funds for whatever he chooses to purchase.
Fantastic.
If you would,
Aw.
please cater to that, and
Absolutely.
I appreciate the business.
Absolutely.
And I'm happy to still keep track of it for you.
Elric, you said, what exactly are you looking for?
Outside of the spell components, I would be looking for scrolls, wands, and other like fancy enchanted things.
Yeah.
Currently, you don't.
Enchanted.
You notice that most of the stuff in this area is mostly spell components. Currently, the shopkeep does mention we're currently waiting for another shipment of items to come in. It's been a little while. There was an issue with our shipment, so we're a little low on actual items. Any kind of components you need we should have here, but it's probably going to be a while before we have anything of more power, so to speak.
What delayed your shipments?
Not quite sure. We were supposed to receive one about 2 weeks ago. Never heard word. The shipments, theoretically, it was seen a few miles to the west, the caravan coming in. However, it never made it into the city.
Perhaps we might be able to assist with recovering your shipment for you.
Yeah, if you hear anything, let me know, and I would definitely be willing to compensate if you were able to receive some or any of the items that went missing.
Side quest gig economy.
Still marks, we still gotta make money.
Yes.
Unless you're in a rush, Rhett.
Sure am not.
Rush.
Perfect.
It's a good band.
Great. Anything else?
All right,
I
so
think that's it.
ivory strips. How much incense did you want to get?
250 gold worth.
Okay, so
Get 3.
Okay, 3 times that, so 750.
I know us.
Yep.
750 gold, 200 gold worth of ivory plates. What other components were you looking for?
A golden reliquary. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No,
we already
that I was
established that one.
asking both of you.
Oh, I'm also looking for anything mushroom themed.
There's no reliquaries here currently.
I don't think so.
That would probably be, that's kind of an odd thing to look for. So
Well,
you would
yeah.
probably have to find possibly a temple that was willing to sell you one.
Old abandoned temple.
Herbs, oils, and incense, you could absolutely get all of that. Let's see what else was on here.
Sunburst pendant.
Sunburst.
Diamond dust.
There are a few sunburst pendants there. Diamond dust. There is a small dish of diamond
Ooh.
dust, so you could get a pretty decent amount there.
We should probably do that. Any jeweled horns or glass eyes for the clairvoyant spells?
Yes, you would see a couple jeweled horns there as well.
Rhett, can we pick up a jeweled horn?
Yes.
So let's see, the 750 worth of incense, the 200 in the plates, the are you doing the 1,000 worth of herbs, oils, and incense, Butch,
Oh, for the
for Hallow?
I mean, it's good to have, but
So,
it takes a whole day to cast. It feels like a special occasion. On the other hand, those things do happen. I don't know. I'd say it's up to the group. Maybe
Okay.
we should take a vote because that's a lot of gold.
you would be at 1950 there. If you did the jeweled horn, that would be 2050, and then however many packs of 300 gold worth of diamonds.
Don't forget, you got my
Right,
5,000 gold to work with.
Yeah.
right.
Oh my gosh.
So-
Maybe we should get those. Hallow
1950,
spell.
you could get
No fancy glass eyes, huh?
no, just the
The figures are probably all purchased already because everybody wants to see. Nobody hearing is nice. But
you could get about 10, which would be all the entire bowl of diamond dust, and you would still basically break even with what Orpheus was getting for that jewel.
oh my gosh.
and you could walk away with all of that stuff.
How much gold piece of diamond dust was that? 4?
3,000.
Wow.
So you could cast Revivify 10 times, basically.
Yeah. That might be useful. I don't want to lose Arnon.
So,
Sounds like a worthwhile purchase to me.
do we have a deal?
Yeah, so what are we spending total?
You're not spending anything. This is a fair trade for that gem that he got out of Baba Yaga's hut.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, I just thought that we would have stuff left over from that. That's why I was
Oh, no,
it was
yeah,
taking from that.
yeah, no, basically, it would be an even trade for all of that stuff. For more or less everything on Perry's list that's in there, save for the jewel worth at least 1,000 gold and the reliquary.
And the glass eye.
Yeah, but you get the horn.
But horn lets you hear, glass eye lets you see.
Oh.
That's why I was asking about the glass eye.
Gotcha. I mean, if you would like, you can one or the other. You can choose one or the other that they have available at this shop. They're not going to have both.
I would much rather be able to see.
Okay, so you can say
be able to hear.
Okay, then they did not have the horn. They had the glass eye. So that would be 3,000 gold of diamonds, the glass eye, the herbs, oils, and incense, the other the $750 or gold of other incense for legend lore, plus 200 gold of the ivory strips, and it ends up being right around 5,000, which is what she offered. And for the sake of my brain, we're going to say it was an even trade.
I don't suppose you have any potions.
Unfortunately, not all that was with the shipment.
Oh. Even more incentive to find it for you, then. Very well.
Well.
Oh, there is one.
It doesn't take a giant leap.
Oh my
to open
gosh!
yourself up
What the
to
heck?
experiences.
Sorry, an ad started playing in my ears. Sorry in the chat if you guys heard that, or on the stream if you guys heard that. I apologize. Random ad started playing in an open browser. So, anyway, what were you asking?
Oh, one last thing. There's a wand that I have, and a potion that I have that I don't really need.
Okay. What were the wand and potion? I can't remember.
This is the potion of water breathing, and the wand of secrets.
Okay. This potion I could give you about 25 golds for. This wand is a little more interesting. I could do about 500 for it.
That seems reasonable. I'm going to put both of those on the counter.
Fantastic. And she pulls out 550 gold.
That was all I had.
Fantastic. Well, it was a pleasure doing business with all of you. And like I said, if you hear anything about the missing shipment, please stop by, and I'd be more than happy to compensate you for any time or information that you have.
Certainly.
So, as you all exit the shop,
Alright.
that's where we will go ahead and go to break, because it is 9:45. So give us about 10 minutes and we will be right back to continue whatever the hell's going to happen next. So stick with us. We'll be right back. we are back. Thanks for sticking with us. You all just left the magic shop before we went for break. Now, as you exit into the sunlit cities of Central Rockrealt, where would you like to go now?
Bar shop or music shop? Whatever's closer of those two.
Okay. You said, I'm sorry, say that again?
Armor shop or music shop?
Okay. The armor shop, or the music shop, is kind of quite a bit away from you, past back towards the center of town. The armor shop would be the closest one.
Well, then let's go.
All right. So you walk up and you see this dark stone building, kind of bars across the windows, and you see the sign across the top that says the Elder Armor. You walk in and you see the store itself is fairly Spartan. You do see a couple stands with full plate armor, as well as a couple stands with more of like chainmail armor on it. You do see a few racks with axes, like great axes, halberds, and other long pole arms. And you do see kind of like a display across near the front of the store that has quite a few daggers and small bladed instruments. You look up and you do see a human male in probably his early to mid 40s, kind of salt and pepper, scruffy beard, short, tightly cut, blackish brown hair, kind of looks up at you. Greetings.
Does he recognize me?
How much time would you have spent in a weapon and armor shop, do you think?
I mean, probably a lot with my parents being adventurers.
Right,
I
but
actually think that I probably
would you
like,
have gone
ranger.
to like a local store here, or would that have been all stuff from your personal estate?
I think a bit of both, because I think that I would have had enough money to where I would just like, like if I was bored of things that were coming in, I think I may have been adventurous enough to be like, what else is out here?
Sure.
Not knowing that like stuff that's cheaper or whatever, like whatever my family would normally think is like, I wouldn't think it was like a faux pas to buy outside.
So, I mean, you probably... I don't think you would recognize this guy, but he kind of looks at you and has kind of a... like, not sure if he recognizes you or not. Like, you look familiar, but not sure if he's seen you directly or not.
All right. I'm just gonna ask these guys if they want anything, and I think that I'm just kind of like at this point kind of like acting a little bit antsy because I know that this is the last place before we just have to head straight to my parents' house, but now I'm getting to more of a point where it's like I kind of want to get it over with. So
Do they have any weapons that'll let Orpheus see in the dark?
You ask the shopkeep this, and he's like,
Kind
"That's
of
not
in front of the shopkeep, but also to Rhett.
not anything that
'Cause
I've.
she has.
That's not something that I currently stock. No, I don't have any weaponry with that kind of enchantment."
Oh, sir, I'd like to browse your wares, but before I do, I have some items I'm interested in unloading. If you are interested, and I pull out one hand axe, one long sword, and one standard shield.
All right. Sure. Let me take a look at these.
What do I roll to help him haggle?
Oh yeah, can I help him?
Uh,
Like
You'd be
especially
much
once,
this guy
better
like
at it.
yeah, once
knows
he
who I am.
figures out the price, absolutely. One hand axe, one longsword, and what?
One shield, a regular shield. Just the base stuff that was in my inventory. I'm keeping one of the hand axes just in case I need to chop something.
Well, with this equipment, it seems to be in decent shape. It's nothing special about any of this, but definitely something I could resell. For these three things, I could give you about 15 gold.
Say I make a purchase. Would you bump that credit up to 20 gold?
Is this GameStop?
Go for 30.
You
Go
can-
for 30.
Like, are we like a pro member at
You-
GameStop?
You can make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Go. Come
This
on,
usually
Rhett.
doesn't go well, so.
Rhett.
Yeah,
Persuasion
like
check?
I'm helping him with this.
What are you saying to help?
No, you should make the roll.
I don't know. Am I allowed to do that? I don't know.
No, not in this case because Orpheus is the one that's
No,
doing
okay.
the interaction.
Okay,
You can
cool. Yeah,
you
that's
can
fine.
help.
That's
You can
fine.
give him the help action and
Yeah.
let him roll at advantage. That's fine. But
Yeah.
Rhett with her minimum 10.
minimum 14.
Oh my gosh.
Good to roll, or
Yeah, roll
does
with
Red need to say
advantage.
something? Okay.
Holy moly.
Come on, catch
I'm
up,
not
Foundry.
seeing it on my end, so I don't know what I got.
It was a natural 20 for a 21.
Nice. Oh, there it goes.
Yay.
Little
The
bit
other
of lag
one
on
was
my
a 1. Got a
Yeah.
1 and
due
a
to
20.
due to
There's
the
a
company
1
that
and a 20.
the current company you keep and the patronage that her family line has given us in the past, I believe that we could make out a deal, come up with an agreement here. What exactly were you looking for?
Well, as you can see, I'm a little barren on my skull. I could use a helmet if you have any quality helmets. Or perhaps any kind of enchanted items I would be interested in.
Well, in D&D itself, helmet is part of your armor that you're wearing, so it's
Okay.
there's not, unless it's like a specific like enchanted helmet. You can't just buy a helmet theoretically.
Okay. In that case, I'll just be looking for any kind of enchanted armor pieces or accessories.
All right.
Like is there like any kind of like John Wick type of code word we could use? And then there's like we have like the sommelier of weapons that like you just open it up in the back. Like
It's like-
would I know that there might be like some underground of like sweet ass weapons?
Not in this place, no.
Okay. Oh, but guys hear that? That might be in another place.
That is
find
not a
John Wick.
no.
The speakeasy armory.
Yeah.
These are not real.
Armory after dark.
So he walks through this. Give me just 1 second here. What the hell? Sorry, my computer is not working. 2 seconds.
This technical difficulty brought to you by.
Oh my god, it just popped through.
Viewers like
Oh
you.
shit, happy natural 20. Like happy belated birthday.
Took a while to celebrate,
Happy
but you know, we're here.
birthday.
The thought that counts, Foundry.
Thank you, Foundry.
We love you, Foundry. Mm.
I like how my natural 20 was at advantage against a 1.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
So
Yep.
That is Orpheus.
we do have a few things depending on what exactly you're looking at. We do have a. Are you looking for weapons or armor or what exactly?
Well, I'm looking for armor in particular.
The
Although I
only
wouldn't say no to a good piece of weaponry.
the only armor that we currently have, unfortunately, we are a little light at the moment, but we do have this one set. Both the armor that we do have, it does have a bit of an enchantment on it. One, and he points over to one of the chainmail that hanging on a rack that you do see a bit of a gleam to. Like this this armor, this chain armor, will give you resistance to any kind of lightning damage.
Ooh.
And we also have a similar hide armor that's more resistance towards fire damage. And he points over to another armor stand with hide armor on it. Those are the only two that could be at least on par, if not slightly different enchantment than what you currently seem to be wearing. Not quite the same armor defensive capabilities as the armor you're currently wearing, though.
So above board, out of character, would those armors also have +1 AC?
No.
Or just the resistances?
No, just the resistances. And they are not... I think you're wearing plate armor, aren't you?
Let me double check. It's a splint. I'm not
Splint.
sure if that counts as plate or not.
No, it does not quite, but splint...
Heavy armor
Yeah,
splint.
splint is a base AC of 18. These... Get out of here. Chainmail is a base AC of... Shoot, I can't remember what it is. Chainmail is a base AC of 13.
Okay, so it'd be significantly lower.
Correct.
Okay.
If you are looking for weapons, however, we do have... Looking, and he kind of looks over at your long sword. Most of the weapons we currently have are more finesse-based. We do have a few scimitars and the like. Rapiers, scimitars. However, we do have one hand axe that he looks down at the display of more smaller items. We do have one hand axe that will alert you when something is close, something that means to do you harm. And we also have a mace, which deals slightly more damage than your average. It has an enchantment to make it a little more effective. And basically, this is a hand axe of warning and a +1 mace.
Intriguing. Well, can certainly
There's
appreciate your
mace
wares.
working with
Do you have
me.
anything, any kind of projectile weapons, such as a crossbow?
We do...
And above board, I could use a crossbow,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you can... I believe... It says... I believe you can use any weapon, more or less, because you're a fighter.
Okay.
We do. We have a couple crossbows. You see a few of them hanging on the wall behind him.
Which is like, are any of them magical?
The crossbow itself, no. And those do run about 30 gold. We do, however, have a few enchanted bolts for the crossbow itself. And he points down underneath those smaller knives and daggers. You do see a bundle of 3 bolts. These bolts are enchanted to do significantly more damage, but once you use them, they're done. The enchantment will wear off as soon as you use them once.
There's 3 total in that bundle.
There's 3 total, and these would go for around 1,500 gold for these 3 bolts.
Is that like a lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt?
Not quite. These don't do any additional elemental damage. However, they do a significant more amount of piercing damage than what a typical bolt was. And above board, these are +3 bolts.
Wow.
So
But-
how much would you charge
But they're
for...
one-time use.
how much would you charge for a crossbow, the 3 enchanted bolts, and say pack of 15 additional regular bolts?
Well, the regular bolts.
Can I make eye contact with him? And just like, would that help with how much this might be?
I mean, he's already giving you a discount due to what he said your
Okay.
patronage prior, so that's already in play. Well,
Sweet.
if we take into account the 20 gold, that would cover we can go ahead and cover the cost of the crossbow with that. The 3 bolts as well as which would be 1,500, and then the pack of 15 regular bolts would be about 1 gold for those. So you'd be looking at about 15. Well, you know what? You buy the 3, and I'll go ahead and throw in the regular ones and just do an even 1,500.
I look over at Rhett and kind of like a, can we, Mom?
Oh yeah, it's only $5 basically. It's only $5.
All right.
All right.
So, like in my head, I'm just thinking, I'm like, it's cool. Mommy and Daddy are gonna like give me some money later.
So mark off 1,500 gold, and we'll add that stuff to your character sheet later.
She's so rich.
So
Yeah.
I just haven't been home to get my allowance in a while, but like I know it'll all be cool. Like,
is there anything else I can assist you with?
Any weapons that produce light?
Weapons that produce lights.
Hmm.
You have one already? Well, Arnon does.
Yeah, Arnon does.
Don't have anything that produces light currently, no.
Anything that would help us retain our sanity?
No.
Sounds so confused. No. It's just such a bright and happy place here. He's like, what's happening? Where have these people been?
To hell, and then where vampires live.
We're going to be going to the Feywild at some point. Any
That's fair.
any weapons particularly good for fighting infernal creatures?
I don't believe so.
Would you happen to have any armor like this? I'm just kind of motioning to my own studded leather.
No, like I said, unfortunately, the only, at least, augmented armor that we currently have is either the chainmail or the hide armor.
Right. Well, I can't think of anything else.
All right. Well, it was a pleasure doing business, and if you need anything else, please stop by.
Much appreciated.
And as you exit the store, at this point, after all of the shopping and meandering around town, it's probably closer to about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I was really hoping to have a mace of disruption.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Let's go to what time is it at this point, Nick?
About 4 p.m.
Afternoon.
So we'd be to my parents by like 5 o'clock then.
Yeah.
Ish. Okay. Well, I say we head on down the road.
All right.
Head
So,
on down.
as you all leave through the eastern gate of Rockrealt, you pass through, in your 2-hour trek, you pass through these open fields. You do see a few random homesteads throughout your walk, and about hour and a half or so into your walk, you come across a large stone wall with a large wrought iron gate in front of it with a very fancy G in the middle of the gate.
Gee. Could be the place.
That it
Yeah.
is.
Which, yes, you are very familiar with the site. So, you walk
Can I
up.
be like extra douchey and like have my unseen servant open the gate for me?
Absolutely, you can.
Please do. Yes, that's
You
perfect.
see, so the rest of you see just the gate opens on its own as Rhett starts stepping forward. The rest of you follow. The gate closes behind you. What you see is a long kind of gravel road outstretched in front of you with these thin, tall trees lining both sides. If you've ever seen the stereotypical like Tuscan winery picture of the road that winds through
Oh
this.
my god.
Pea gravel,
Wait,
thank you
is
very
that like
much.
is that like
Yeah.
wineries by Tuscan Raiders?
Yeah.
It's
So
like it's
the
it's very picturesque.
yeah, you see these rolling hills, and off to the sides you see rows. Like off to the one side, probably, right on the edge of one of these hills, you start seeing perfectly symmetrical rows of some sort of tree orchards. Off to your other side, you do see a little bit of farmland as you continue up this pea gravel, I apologize, road. You make your way up.
It's definitely pea gravel or river rock,
Yeah. You make
Oh God, River Rock. That's really big.
Yeah.
not fucking gravel.
Yeah. You make your way up. You walk for about another 15 minutes before you crest over this one
Cobblestone.
hill, and you do see this large manor at the end of the road. Behind it, you do see other buildings. You see stables, some sort of large warehouse-looking building. Rhett, you would know further beyond this, there are more bunkhouses, I would say, for more of the other people that work the land and such. But they're not visible at this, because why would you make that stuff visible on the grand entrance? You
Family's awful.
you walk up, and as you approach the main entryway, you see this large gravel, like circular lot in front of this massive, like beige stucco with terracotta tile roof. You see this large, like, almost Purple Heart wooden double door with these intricate stained glass windows inside of it. In the middle of this gravel circle, you see this large, intricate, tan, triple-tiered fountain. The sound of water trickling down the sides of this fountain. As you approach, you see the double door open. You see two figures.
Okay.
Butch?
Oh, Butch is feeling incredibly underdressed. Butch will turn, like even before we get there, Butch turns to Rhett and just asks her, "Are you a princess?"
No, 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 no.
As these doors open,
I am rich, but no.
Okay.
you see these two elven figures, male, twins, identical, in full, like, almost tuxedo-esque garb. Their black short-cut hair slicked back. Right, you would know these as two of the butlers of your house, twins, Chauncey and Jarvis.
Chauncey and Jarvis. Oh my god, I love them. Wait, do I love them? Oh, I want to love them.
You stand, or they
My
open.
name alone. Can I please love them?
Absolutely. Very
Nice.
stoic in nature as this group approaches.
But I bet sometimes I get Chauncey to smirk. I bet
You
Chauncey knows.
They look up and they say, Master Harriet, it's been quite a while.
Hey, fellas, and I just give them like a big I've been adventure smelly hugs.
And it's like,
And
it is
they have to pretend to like
yeah,
it.
the most awkward hug as you wrap your arms around the necks of these two.
I
And
mean,
it's
maybe
like,
for them.
yeah, they are super stiff
Okay.
and they're like just like if you imagine shit, I can't remember his name. Jeffrey from Bel Air.
Oh, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Yeah.
Like
I love
that
Jeffrey.
kind of attitude.
But he loves Will the entire time.
Exactly.
I'm the Will.
So
I have two Jeffreys and I'm the Will.
as you walk in, or as you approach, they say, shit, I've read this name like 7,000 times. How the hell do you pronounce your mother's name?
Oh, Calmray.
Calmray?
Yeah.
Calmray is waiting for you in
Hmm.
her study.
All right. Wow.
And as you all enter, you enter into this foyer with probably
And I'm like, Chauncey, Jarvis, and then I'm like, these are my friends. So, because I know that if I say like coworkers, they won't be treated like royalty. They'll
charmed.
just be like, yeah, okay, cool. But
You-
if they're my friends, they get special treatment.
You walk in to this probably 15-foot ceilinged black and white marble floor. You see two curved staircases on either side to a second balcony, a large crystalline chandelier hanging from the ceiling in the middle. And right there, smack dab in the center, you see a white marble statue of your mother, standing there, high back, one kind of up on one toe, flat-footed on the other, kind of kicking the knee out a little bit through a slit in this long flowing dress. Arms out to the side,
Mom's an
just
Instagram model.
welcoming everyone into the house.
Hashtag blessed.
Is
Thoughts
your
and
mom
prayers.
hot? Please say no.
I don't know.
From the statue, what you all
she's
see,
elven, so
yeah.
chances are high.
You all see a very thin, very voluptuous elven woman with long blonde hair, facial structure very similar to Rhett's, just a little bit more
So we're
distinguished.
thin and voluptuous.
Yeah,
I'm
That's
gonna
that,
love it if your dad's just like the
Jessica
dude
Rabbit.
yeah, very,
comes out in a fucking bathrobe.
That's
love
my that's
very,
in my brain. That's
yeah.
exactly who he.
very
Dead on.
Jessica Rabbit look, just with the blonde hair instead, and
Joke's on you, I'm into that shit.
Like almost exaggerated features.
exactly. I don't know if they have
Almost
plastic
as if they
surgery
could
in
have
this
been
world.
enhanced.
They have
with
magic.
enough dollars and gems.
So, as you walk in, you clearly know where you're going. Are you headed directly to see your mother, or are you going to...
Yeah.
Okay. So you walk up
Yeah.
the stairs. You know the layout of this house, this manor. You would walk up the stairs to the second story, down the hallway. The hallway open, or this. Sorry. You go up to the balcony. Goes back, and the hallway opens left and right. You know, if you went left, it would take you back towards your childhood room, as well as a few other rooms down that way. If you turn right, it'll take you past a kind of library area, your mother's study, and then eventually your parents' bedroom.
I'm gonna say you guys can hang out in here and drop them off at the library.
You're not taking them with you?
Not yet, no.
Okay. So you...
May I give you a blessing before you go?
Sure.
Can I offer you any guidance?
Sure.
It's only going to last a minute.
Can I
Go to the
hashtag
spell
bless?
sheet. I'm casting. Oh, why is it not? I think it needs to be re-uploaded, Nick,
Okay.
because I'm trying to
Good.
cast Calm Emotion, and it's not on my sheet.
That's probably smart.
Guidance also only lasts 1 minute, so really make that first impression solid. Sprint and then stop right.
All right,
before
I
the door,
just
take a deep
re-uploaded.
breath.
Thank you.
All right, so you're casting Calm Emotion and you're casting Guidance, which both only last a minute. However, as you all walk into this large, like, oak paneled library with probably thousands of books in there, large fireplace that is currently not lit, two large armchairs in the middle in front of the fireplace, and then a couple kind of cushioned, what do they call it? Like the fainting sofas, you know, along
A chaise lounge?
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say a chase.
Yeah.
Chaise lounge.
Along either side, you do see a couple large ornamental vases throughout the library as well.
Staring Orpheus down.
By the way, like legitimately, like I really do view my estate like Beauty and the Beast. Like, I mean, that's just
Fair.
that hits me where I live.
For Rhett.
So as you leave the rest of the party, you walk down. You come to your mother's study. The door, large, ornate, like almost mahogany, intricately designed door, standing closed currently.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd just go right in.
So you just walk right in. You see
Oh yeah,
sitting
like
there.
I own the place.
Yeah, of course. So you see in this study, you see a large wooden desk in the center of the room, facing towards the door. You see two kind of smaller, still padded, still nice chairs on your side of the desk. On the other side of the desk, sitting in this large, high-backed, winged chair, you see your mother, currently with pen in hand, writing on scraps of parchment, sitting along the desk. Behind her, a large picture window that overlooks parts of the orchard. You see candle sconces on the walls, and again, another large stone fireplace on the wall that would be to your right. To the left, you see shelves filled with some filled with books, some filled with knickknacks and, you know, things that she probably spent way too much money on and doesn't know what they are. They just were expensive, so it makes her look important.
Right. For the usual.
As the door opens, she looks up and drops her pen, and she's like, Harriet, it's about time. Here, come see your mother. Kind of stands up and walks around and puts her arms out.
Hi, Mom.
It is about time
Hi,
you
Mom.
made it.
Mm-hmm.
Where have you been? I've been trying to contact you for weeks.
Have you?
Yes.
Goodness. Well, things may have gotten lost whilst in hell and the shadow fell and whatnot. So
You're always so dramatic.
yeah, that's me. That's me.
Well, I'm glad you made it here. Your father is not.
You seem super stoked. You seem really excited about it.
Your
so
father's
this is
not
great.
doing very well, and I know he would want you here.
Great. Where is he?
He's in bed. He hasn't been able to get out of bed for quite a while now.
What's wrong with him?
It's the fevers.
My God, it's the fevers. I'm sorry.
We're not sure. The doctors can't tell us what's going on. There's just he's broken a fever. He's had a fever for the better part of a week now.
He's all verklempt.
He's all verklempt.
Coffee talk with Linda Richmond.
Nobody can tell us
We're here talking about the fevers.
Nobody can tell us what's wrong with him. But the last few days he's been in and out of consciousness. He's asleep more than he's awake, and when he is awake, he's not making much sense.
Let me grab one of my friends. They might be able to. I brought some.
You
friends.
brought your friends
let
here.
me see.
I would love to
friends.
meet your friends.
I'm sure that you
never
would.
introduce
Goodness,
me to
it
your
sounds.
friends.
It sounds like this stuff with Dad is super urgent. So I think we skip that for now. I'm gonna just go see my friends, and then take them back to see Dad real quick. But hey, we'll be right back. We can do lots of catching up. You can meet my friends.
I would love to meet your friends.
Let's take care of.
You never introduced me to your friends.
Absolutely, of course. This is gonna be super duper.
All right. Well, I'll be right in here.
ERB. That sounds great. Right? It's wonderful. And then I rush out, go to the library, see what these guys are doing in aforementioned library.
It's been like 5 minutes.
If that.
Arnon's still in the closet.
Wait, you know what? Who knows?
You're in a
How much you
closet?
guys could have gotten into in 5 minutes. It could be a lot.
Arnon found a closet. He's changing from his armor into his Strahd outfit.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna be like, where's Arnon? You guys, where's Arnon?
I would have immediately tried to find any kind of restricted section that might exist in the library.
Go ahead.
And I'm just gonna be like, how did you guys scatter so quickly?
That's what we
Cockroaches.
You don't notice there's no like
smoking outside.
restricted section. This is mostly like there's everything. And most of these books don't even look like the binding has been cracked on them.
Cracking
Arnon,
bindings.
he's
Gently.
You just see your Kraken bindings.
I'm just opening them and putting them.
Arnon's changing. He'll be out of the closet soon.
What is he changing into? What? Why? Like, you know what?
Clothes
Doesn't matter.
that are more.
We need to
appropriate.
go. We're gonna go
Gloves
see my
on.
dad. He's not
Oh
doing
yeah,
well. I'm
isn't your
hoping
dad
that maybe
sick
we
or
can
something?
heal him. Let's
Yeah, that's my
let's
job.
Elf
run
in
down
their
the hall
clothes,
here.
huh, Butch?
All right, so you're taking Butch. Is anyone else going with you, or is
Close.
it just you and Butch?
I think it takes 10 minutes to change out of your armor, doesn't it?
Usually, yeah.
If you have help, it takes less time.
Well,
Do you
that's
need
kinda
some
what
help,
you're telling
Arnon?
You have someone else here who knows
I
how
mean,
to deal with armor.
We can say, for the sake of brevity, that this whole interaction happens while you are finishing up, and you can, if that's what you want. You can come out of the closet fully stratified.
You want some nut milk with that outfit, Arnon?
Pardon?
If Arnon had asked anyone else to help him, he'd be changed by now.
So is it just you and Butch, or is everyone going in to see your dad, or what's going on?
I want to know. Okay, like at this point, has anyone figured out? It's like, oh, wait a second, these people are famous for, like they may not have known before, but now they know my first and last name. Like, would anyone in the party be like, holy shit,
I
our
mean,
dad's famous?
not Butch, because Butch is he's oblivious to all things pop culture.
Right.
Whether or
Gwen
not
would have either.
Yeah. Gwen might have heard stories and
Rumors?
songs that were done by your parents. However, she probably doesn't know who was the author of said works. The other three, however, that's a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, like with Orpheus being a human, I would like. I don't know.
Orpheus was an orphan who was drafted into the military
And you didn't like music
basically
in
right
military?
after he learned to
You just
walk.
like hated it.
And then he spent 10 years in hell. He's over it.
Maybe
A
like
military
17 years
toddler.
ago, I was like dragged to one of their concerts in a very similar outfit.
When you
Oh
were
my god.
how old?
Like 8
How quickly do elves mature?
on the street, pretty quick.
On the I'm from the streets.
Quickly,
Oh, no.
quickly,
From the street.
mentally longer.
So, again, I ask: are you all going together, or are you just taking Butch?
I'm fine with anybody who wants to tag along. If anybody would prefer to maybe like stick around so they can search anywhere, I'm cool with that too. I think that they would know that I'm fine with them snooping around this house that I haven't been to in 5 years.
That you'd be fine with it?
Yeah.
Totally not looking for the songbooks of Harrison Grundle Tractor.
Basically because I know that like whatever is my parents is basically mine anyway.
All right.
And anything that would be that secretive
Well-
would not be out in the library in the public parts of the library that would concern me that they would be able to find.
Okay, so
Elric, you should come with in case there's some problems or something.
I'll
I
follow as
very hurriedly put down one of Harrison Grundle Tractor's songbooks.
so
But like, do you like hug it for a second?
Nope. Nope, I totally don't.
No one saw that
No.
'cause it didn't happen.
so are
It
you
didn't happen to
okay?
you. There's no way you could have seen it.
So
I do, after putting that back, follow.
okay, you're following. Butch is following. What about the other three?
I'll follow, just so I can find the booze.
Okay.
Oh, that's all over. Like
Yeah, there's-
every room
Every room
has
has
a bar.
has the little either a full-on bar or the little liquor carts. In the library, there's actually a globe in the corner, and you lift up the top of the globe, and there's a wet bar inside the globe.
A
Delightful.
globe of bourbon.
All right, let's say I have like 3 bottles in one arm and a glass in the other, and I'm following for the entertainment
All
value.
right. What about
Ambiance.
Gwen and Arnon?
I'm following Rhett for moral support unless I can help in some way, but that's it.
Arnon?
I'm not sure.
Huh.
All dressed up with nowhere to go?
I'll just
You put on your finest attire, after all.
yes, I'm too busy looking out the window.
Are you sure he's not a rogue?
So, as Arnon
Very high
stares
elven
out
right now.
the window, the rest of you,
I found a decanter of some type of liquid, I'm
there
sure.
you go. The rest of you pass past the study and go to the end of the hall where there is another large mahogany double door intricate lace work. You actually see like inlays of some sort of like silver metal that's been pressed into these inlays.
It's platinum.
Yeah, probably.
It looks silver. You know it's platinum.
So
As
rich.
So rich, you guys.
as Rhett opens the doors, you see
It's a fantasy.
this dark maroon velvet carpet rug right in front of the doors. Inside, sitting on these dark wooden slatted floor. Across, you see this large 4-poster bed with this intricate like swirl pattern up each of the posts, and a similar matching maroon canopy draped across the top. Large footboard that you can barely see over, and you see these deep maroon bedclothes with almost unrecognizable lump in the middle of it due to how padded this bed is. On either side of the door, you see other doorways that go off to what you can imagine and what you know as your parents' dressing rooms, large
Okay.
closets with...
And they have like separate dressing rooms.
Yeah, large wardrobes, basically large walk-in closets that work as dressing rooms. You see right next to the door, you do see another bar-style area with quite a few dirty glasses that have been left haphazardly on the bar. A couple decanters of some dark brown liquid. Next to the bed, next to your father's side of the bed, you do see on his bedside table a few more of those same kind of older, aged, somewhat dirty glasses, one of which still about half full with that same dark liquid.
I mean, that's just bourbon, right? We
Probably.
know what it is.
Yeah, probably.
I'm like, I know that anywhere. And I just like pick up the one that looks the most fresh.
Yeah,
I
it's
start drinking from it.
absolutely, yeah, it's definitely bourbon. So you walk up and you see lying there a figure that at first you don't believe it's your father. It's got to be somebody else. Then you study it a little bit longer, and lying there, you see the sharp facial features, the kind of sharp jaw, the what was once brown hair now turned into a silver. You see the sunken eyes and kind of long, what was typically a clean-shaven, well-kept chin, now sprigs of a almost platinum scruff. You see moistened forehead. You see the collars above the sheets. You see the collars of his silken night clothes. Shallow breathing.
Who else is in the room other than us?
Right
And him?
now it's just you guys and
Okay.
her father.
Brett, what
Yeah.
has he been diagnosed with?
I don't know.
Gwen, what do you think? Medicine roll?
Medicine
Yeah.
roll, medicine
Can we
check.
both do it, or can I assist Butch?
Can
with
I
it?
can I yeah, can I
We
give
have the
him
same
bardic
bonus.
die?
You
Do
can give bardic inspiration, and either both of you roll or one of you roll with advantage.
I'm ready to roll. Sorry.
Wait, are you not proficient in it?
No, but I have advantage if you help me. We both have
Yeah.
a +5, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
And
I
a
will
bardic
happily.
Well,
die.
and mine's 1d8 now. 'cause I
Yeah,
Yes.
and you have
I'm very
1d8 for
excited.
So
Bardic.
just reminder for that.
Sam,
I
do you want to
will-
roll or?
Future.
No, I'd love you to, and I'll assist you in assessing
Okay.
the situation.
All right. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
27.
Ooh, no whammy.
With a 27 medical check, you kind of go up and you place your hands on him. You definitely feel the fever. You hear the shallow breathing. You aren't
He needs more cowbell.
you aren't
Oh my
entirely sure
Jesus
what's going
Christ.
on.
Mhm.
It's not an easy diagnosis. It's not something that you instantly are like, oh, he's got the flu. No. This is not anything that you've come across in your time. This is not an illness you are familiar with.
Okay.
Does he get any vibe about what might, even if temporarily, help the situation, either to make him more comfortable?
I mean,
or
you could
sustain him?
you know enough about, especially with the 27. You know how to deal with a fever. You know how to make somebody more comfortable with a fever.
Yeah.
You know, pretty simple cold compresses. You know, fluids, stuff like that. You're not
All right.
sure. You could easily make him more comfortable, but you are at a loss as to what is causing this and what could potentially fix it.
So you've been like healing and
Why
stuff.
would I
wouldn't
be at a
help?
loss at that if lesser restoration cures one disease? Because Rhett told us that they've already attempted this?
Rhett would have known that the doctors cannot figure out what's wrong with him. You can assume that doctors, especially ones that are being employed by one of the richest families in Rockrealt, would have attempted
Okay.
that in the past.
So Rhett would have told Butch this, which means Butch would have prepared remove curse.
Well, I will say, even if you attempt to remove curse, you would know enough from your medical roll that this isn't a curse.
Okay.
At least it's not a curse you're familiar with. At least.
All right.
While you are
So I have like nothing to tell them.
While you are inspecting him,
Okay.
make a perception roll, real quick.
All of us or just me?
Just you. Because you're the one doing the actual inspection of
Sure.
Harrison.
I'm guessing that inspiration doesn't help me.
No, you already used your inspiration, didn't you?
Can I give him
Yeah.
guidance?
No, because he rolled an 18 for a 23.
Love it.
Sorry.
That's okay, you still got it.
While you are up
Maybe.
close to him and you're kind of checking him.
Does he bite my neck?
No.
I figured out what's wrong with him.
I told you I would be back. No.
No.
I'll quit right now.
You do hear, he, in his sleep, you do start hearing him mumbling very shallowly under his breath. You can't quite make out everything, but you do hear at one point he says, "The price to be paid."
Oh, syphilis.
Oh my god.
God damn it.
And he
This
repeats
is
that.
Rat's father we're talking
He
about.
repeats that 2 or 3 times, the price to be paid.
Butch will turn to Rhett and ask her, do you have any idea why your father would be whispering about the price to be paid?
Nick, would I know?
No, but your father's also very feverish, so who's to say he's even making any sense and he's not delirious or hallucinating of some sort?
Chance he made any kind of deal, right? That you know of, right?
Not that I am aware of.
Do you have a spare room in the house where I might do some divinations?
I mean, I don't see any reason why you can't go back and use the library.
I mean, and also you know that you have plenty of spare rooms in this house.
Yeah.
All right, Butch is gonna go off and find a room while I'll be right back.
So while Butch goes off to do this, and while during this whole time that this is happening, Arnon, you're standing there with your decanter of something and staring out the window, when suddenly from behind you, from the doorway, you hear a voice. Well, hello there, Mr. Tall, Dark, and Broody.
God, why?
Is my sword still in my belt? I'll just turn around and see who it is.
So you turn around and you see this elven woman, long blonde hair, and this dress that is way too low cut, standing there with their leg kind of half out of the slit in their white dress. Shockingly looks very similar to Rhett.
I'll just nod and say, Mrs. Robinson. No.
Harriet did not tell me she was bringing such friends with her.
Oh my god.
I don't know about the F word.
You look like a capable individual.
I didn't hear.
You. She kind of takes a step towards you and it's like, well, you look like a capable individual. Do you take care of my Harriet for me? You make sure she's safe while you're out there?
Yeah.
Fantastic. You know, God, this is the hardest thing to do as a DM.
Mm-hmm.
Say less.
God. So, how long will you all be staying here?
To be determined.
Oh my god, I hate it so much.
I'm just swishing.
I know this, you are of similar lineage to me, and you would understand that our kind is a little more long-lived. I don't know why she's turning into like some sort of Creole
Oh my god,
person.
I was like, wait a second.
Sorry.
It was like everybody
gotta
loves
get-
Raymond
yeah.
Mother, and now she's Jodie Foster.
I
It's
don't-
after she got
What's
older
happening
and
right now?
retired down in Florida.
Such
Sorry.
stunning similarities. I'm wanting to. I'm sorry, such wonderful similarities.
Yeah.
That's
I gotta go back to the Harriet. It's your mother. There we go. I had to re-up the accent.
so fell off there for a second.
I want the other one back.
So, I think, I could use someone of your caliber around here a little more often, maybe. I could find some work for you to do.
Home.
in a
Oh
matter
my
of speaking.
God. You want to
a red
hurry up in the
flag to
store so we
wave.
can get to Vernon boning your mom? Hurry up! Make sure you get out of this so that you can be Rex's new stepdaddy.
My God.
Actually, Arden right now would kind of be terrified that she knows his family.
That's a
Ooh, yeah.
valid
So
point.
he's just being super aloof. He just realized when she said a similar bloodline, oh fuck. Because he not such a fan of elves.
Well, I need to go check on my husband, so I keep losing the accent.
husband.
My husband,
You're too
Harriet.
excited for
I need to.
pirates.
I need to
You
go.
just went 100% gone with the wind
Yeah,
on us.
I
I
did.
mean, it's just
It's canon now. Fuck it. I don't care anymore. I need.
Please.
I need to
Hello
go check
there,
on my
sir.
husband. So
Oh, sad.
you, I might find you later. She kind of
turns back to the window.
turns and sultrily walks out of the room.
Culturally.
Sultrily.
Yeah, I
Rhett.
made it a verb.
Saunters?
What's the name of your father again?
That's a good word for it.
Harrison Grundle Tractor.
What's your mom's
Okay.
name?
And my name is
Comrade.
Harriet Grundle Tractor.
Harrison, Harriet.
Double Harry
Yeah.
Grundle tractor.
Is
Yeah.
your dad
I'm a
less
female
weird?
junior.
I can't wait for the heart-to-heart scene between Arnon and
I
Rhett.
think my
Where
dad
he
is
goes,
probably like John Mellencamp. Like he
won't-
really loves
I
him.
won't call
some
you
him.
friend, but how about daughter?
Oh no.
I won't call you friend, but you can call me daddy.
Oh,
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
as Butch goes to find an empty room, you
I would like to
I
try
don't know. Now I'm
something.
worried about anybody that needs empty rooms for
Well,
any
oh my-
reason.
you
Oh my god.
you turn and again, you didn't hear any of this conversation. You turn and your mother is standing in the doorway, and she's
I
like,
somehow know.
I would like to offer all of you the opportunity to stay here. I know it's a long journey in and out of Rockrealt. We have plenty of rooms. If you don't feel comfortable staying in the main house, there is the bunkhouses out back. There's plenty of space, plenty of food, plenty of beverages. Help yourself. Any friends of Harriet's is a friend of the family. My hospitality is here to service you.
Phrasing.
100%.
So I think after that, I'd probably go talk to her again alone to understand like what is like wrong with my dad, how long he's actually been suffering with whatever the fuck this is. Like, is it a result? Like, I just need more information than what I'm getting right
Okay. While you're doing that, Elric, did you say you wanted to try something?
I did. I wanted to try to ritually cast Identify on Harrison Grundle Tractor.
Okay.
Nice.
Remind me again, what does Identify do when you cast it on a person?
If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
All right, so you ritually cast this spell. You don't notice any magic affecting him. There's no current spells that you can identify that is causing this illness.
Damn.
You do notice a small bit of protective magic over him. You said you learn the spell, what spell it is, not just the School of Magic. So
Yeah.
Okay,
It
so-
says the spell.
you do notice that he is actually under the protection of a death ward. So you can assume that someone possibly one of the doctors, possibly a member of the staff, possibly Rhett's mom, has been coming in and casting Death Ward on him.
So he's
What
not
does that
being
mean?
magic.
Death Ward is,
Keeps him from dying.
yeah.
Okay.
Like if you're in combat and you have Death Ward on you and you go to 0 hit points, you bounce back to 1 and don't die.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
He's not being magically harmed, but he's being magically kept from death's door.
Nick,
Yes.
Butch is going to ritually cast divination.
Okay.
He's probably going to go outside under the open sky.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't know. There are elves here. Is there a room dedicated to sending Mumbo or Saloon that he... I suppose he would actually ask the staff, since she's an elven goddess.
Yes, Chauncey or Jarvis.
Yeah, so you go up and you ask Chauncey and you say, he says, no, we don't have a temple. The caretaker, the masters of this house are not exactly the religious type. They never saw fit to put any kind of temple on the premises.
No altar, even?
No, was not in their will when the estate was designed.
No portraits, pictures, or paintings?
No,
Nary a holy symbol on the grounds?
nary a holy symbol. The only holy symbols I have seen are a few of the staff
Ones where we stole it from other people.
That's
in
one.
pillaging.
That's one thing that you, and Rhett, you would know this. You have never really seen any holy symbols in the house itself.
We care not to even pillage them.
Not that you've seen, at least.
Okay. Cool.
I see. Interesting. Thank you. Butch will do this outside.
We serve only one god, the stage.
Oh my gosh.
So, Rhett, you're going back to talk to your mother?
Yeah.
All right. So you walk in, and she's standing in her study, kind of standing with one hand on the desk. Another hand is holding a goblet of with some kind of wine, dark red wine in it. Harriet, you seem to have such nice friends. You should bring your
Yeah,
friends
we've been
around more
wor-
often.
Well, we're very busy with work. I appreciate that. What exactly did you send to the general?
I just let her know that your father needed you, that it was time for you to get a little bit of time off and come home to see your family. I told her that your father was not very well and we didn't know how long he was going to stay here. It was going to be present on this planet. So I told her it was probably for the best that you came home for a little bit.
You know that I don't need like a doctor's note to get out of work, right? Like you know that that's not something that
I
need
understand, but at the
as a whole adult.
I understand, but at the
Yes.
time you were not responding to any of my sendings, so I figured that I
You know,
I needed
actually
to get a
was
hold of
in
you.
Shadowfell and Hell. It's important for you to know that those things actually happened.
That's
That wasn't like it wasn't a
oh,
joke. or
Harriet, that sounds
exaggeration.
that sounds terrible, and I'm sorry you had to deal with it.
You
It's
don't
it's
believe me.
it's
that's,
been
that's
ki-
cool.
it's
That's
been
fine.
it's been hell here too.
Oh,
Bring her to
God.
me. I'll show her some.
Wow.
Cue me in, Red. I'll show her
Wow.
some bones.
Is this
from
in front of the
Shadowfall.
group?
No, this is off. They're off in her study now.
Just give me 1 second, really quick. Just 1 second, 1 second. Hold on.
Please.
And I'm just like waving Gwen in. Like just fucking come on.
I just scamper over.
She's like, well,
My gloves off. I leave them on. Just
another. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. You appear to be another one of Elvin, Fey touched.
kidding. Yes.
Hi.
I'm from
I
Mesh.
am.
Hi.
Shit. How do you say it again? What's her name?
Like literally how it's like Calmer.
Calmray. My name is Calmray. I am Harriet's mother. What may I call you?
You may call me Gwen. I have your daughter, Rhett, is a true treasure, and she's been a pleasure to travel with.
She is. She is my treasure.
Oh, God.
Gross.
So,
Just visibly shiver.
I'm just. Sorry. Anyway, that being said, Gwen, can you tell her a little bit about where we've been, what we've done? I would really appreciate.
Yeah,
Quick
so
recap.
we've definitely been to hell once. I was out of it, but then Rhett and the company went back again to rescue me, actually,
My
because I
goodness.
died. We've also been to the water plane.
Are you
and,
having some
fought-
issues there with the staff?
Just a little bit. One's really aggressively trying to just show me their stuff they're interested in. There's balls and stuff. But yeah, we went to the water plane, sank
Oh.
a ship, sank another ship.
Harriet,
Set a
you've
ship
never
on
been good with
fire.
toys.
Yeah,
You always break the
we-
toys we give you.
fought mind flayers. Your staff's really gotta get off the counters. We fought mind flayers. We fended them off in a city. Most recently, we fought vampires in the Shadowfell.
Really?
Which made communication really hard. That
I'm-
place was brutal. And then, I mean, I've kept souvenirs if you want to see them.
Oh, that
And
would
then
not
I
be.
pull out the mage hand. Just put it back.
Oh,
No?
okay. That's interesting. It sounds like you all have had quite an adventure.
So, what happened to Dad? How did he get this way?
Your father, and if you remember from when I messaged you quite a while ago, your father had an
Jesus Christ.
he came down with a fever quite a while ago. It was probably about a month or two ago. I messaged you about it, and I told you that he had a doctor's appointment in the morning.
Yeah. So how did he get this again? Like, how did it happen? Or
We're not
we don't need to talk about the
sure.
messages. We're just curious, what
We're
what
not
happened?
sure, but what happened was it started off as just a little low grade fever and a little bit of achiness in his body. And then eventually it got to the point over the last few days where he couldn't even get out of bed anymore, and he just lies there. And then the past day or two, he can't even stay conscious for more than probably 20 minutes at a time.
But like how but like what happened before that? Like what could the cause
I
be?
tried to tell you, we don't know. He just came down with a fever.
So there's like
We
nothing
thought it
doing
was just a
anything
normal
before that.
sickness. We took him to the doctors. The doctors did all of their spells and all of their incantations and their herbs and their salves and their balms.
And no
And-
more monkeys jumping on the bed.
And nothing seemed to fix it. And it just got progressively worse and worse and worse until now, like I said, now we can't even stay awake for more than 20 minutes. Your father is not a young man. Your father is human. He's already lived way past the normal age of most humans. This is a natural
Yes,
point
I'm aware.
of life.
I can do math.
This is a natural point of life, and it's something that we have to be ready for.
Not that.
Yes, you must prepare to replace him.
You're not there.
Not to interrupt, but is there?
Yeah.
Go ahead, sweetie. What were you asking?
Did your husband make any kind of like deals? Did he have like a lot of business?
I mean, he was a very
High-profile.
famous musician. Very famous. There were lots of
For-
deals he made over the course of his life for whether it be touring or adventuring deals. There were all kinds of deals he made. Why do you ask? Is there a specific deal that you're talking about?
No, I'm just wondering if he just suddenly came into fortune or anything. Like if there's just any, I'm just curious.
I
if
mean,
he
we've
any,
had
like,
our fortune for
anyone-
a long time.
Yeah.
Our fortune we did not come into a fortune recently by any means. This is all from our hard
Fortune
work.
came into us.
Phrasing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
Wait a damn minute.
it's getting late. I don't want you guys to have to travel back to Rockrealt tonight. So please take some of the rooms in the guest wing. Stay here for the night, and then maybe we can talk some more in the morning and figure out what's going on about your father's last wishes and last rites.
Okay, we went from he's very sick to he's straight up dying.
I
Like,
mean,
that was
again,
that was
your
not a
father
kind
is
transition.
your father is very old. Your father is. This is something we have to prepare for, just in case the worst happens. Is it what I want to happen? No, but let's be realistic. He
Wow.
is not Fey touch like you and I, or like your friend here. I'm sorry. You
Excuse
said
me?
your name was Gwen, right?
Yes.
Yes, like your friend here.
Um,
And like you and I, he is not Fey touch. He is human. He's already
I
lived
understand
way
how
past.
races work. Yeah,
My
I
p-
understand. I
okay.
understand.
My point is, we have to be ready for the worst.
Uh-huh.
What's that
Yep.
thing your dad always said? Prepare for the worst, but hope for the best.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, we
That's
gotta
true.
prepare
That's
for the
that's a
worst.
great phrase that he himself totally made up and not other people ever say. Yes.
I didn't say he made it up. I'm just saying he always said it.
I'm as death positive as they come, Rhett, but that doesn't mean we have to give up.
And
Yeah.
I hope that there's
Thank you.
something
Thank
we can do for him. But if there isn't, we need to prepare for the worst. Which is why I asked
think-
you here.
I think that I just the more that she says prepare for the worst, the more like I start to like
Yeah.
just twitch, and I'm
So-
like I hear you.
I'll
Wait,
hold
I
her,
hear
you
you.
punch.
Here.
I hear you.
She walks over and she kind of does a little gesture over her desk, and you see a rune kind of pop up, and you hear a faint bell ring, and you see Jarvis and Chauncey walk up to the door. Yes, madam.
I get like really excited again.
Please show our guests to some quarters. Give them anything they need, food, drink, whatever they need.
Can we just for some reason have really fancy pajamas, like footy pajamas, like in everyone's
Sleep over.
favorite animals somehow?
Absolutely.
Like we somehow have that.
I'm just somehow a giant mushroom.
And
Yeah.
you hear
Pulls up.
Jarvis. He's like, please, let's collect the rest of your party, and I will show you to your quarters for the night. You each have individual rooms, as you know, as you are well aware, Miss Harriet. We have plenty of room to accommodate your entire party.
Thanks, fellas.
So, are you all, where are the rest of you? I know, Butch, you were going outside to divinate, right?
Yeah, I posted well, I can just tell you.
Yeah, you can go ahead and tell me.
Butch lays out the sacrificial incense and whatnot in front of him in a half moon, and he asks, casting the divination spell, he asks Senny Moonbow to guide him, to tell him, if she deigns it, where or who are the best people to speak with to discover the cause of Harrison Grundletracker, father of Rhett's malady.
So as
And
you set up this ritual and you ask this question to the ether, the wind blows slightly as clouds cover the sky. It seems like the entire world dims around you. Suddenly, as the wind blows, you hear a voice on the wind, subtle and quiet.
He's old.
He's fucking old. No.
Can't I just be the
His-
one character that's parents don't die
His.
in the history of D&D?
You asked
It is
too
the
much.
most dangerous class to play in D&D.
It
as
is.
parents.
Yeah, parents.
Yeah.
You.
Technically, mine are still alive.
That's true. You hear a voice.
Oh,
on the
rub
wind.
it in my face.
You,
well, they're alive, much to her chagrin.
you hear a voice on the wind. A calming female voice, one that you are familiar with, states to you, his fate resides on a similar path to your own. It is up to you.
Well, that's scary.
It is up to you to cure his ailment and force the illness, my brain stopped working. Force the sickness from his soul. You will know what to do. The clouds part, the light returns. The sunset orange glows bask. You feel the warmth on your face.
Wait, so the answer was me?
She said, hey, it says, one of the things says,
Oh, I know.
a cryptic
Cryptic.
rhyme.
That's cryptic as heck. Who
The
should I talk
answer,
to?
the answer were the friends we made along the way.
Go away.
Oh no,
The
boo!
power is in you this whole time.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
So as
Cure is to
Chauncey,
bang the mom.
as Chauncey
No!
and Jarvis walk
No.
down the hall and kind of collect each of you individually, walking past the front door, kind of waving you in, Butch. We have quarters prepared for all of you. Please follow us. You all walk down the stairs to that main door where they wave in Butch. They take you back underneath the balcony into a large, like, formal ballroom. Then turn to the right and go through a large dining area with a probably table that seats close to 20. Continuing, floor that's still black and white marble veined floor.
Do we also have a Cadillac that seats about 20
Yeah,
on the way to the Love Shack?
no, absolutely not.
Damn it.
You're about
Or
to
I'm
take
sorry, to Chrysler. Oh, I messed it up.
you're about to take psychic damage for singing B-52s. Anyway,
I should. So much psychic damage that I got the lyric incorrect anyway.
so they continue past a few other rooms. You see a door to a large kitchen area where you do see a few servants in there, a few chefs currently preparing meals. You follow this hallway down, and you see about another wing where you see about 8 to 10 doors. Let's say 10 doors, 5 on either side. You see Jarvis kind of motion towards. He's like, please, each one of you have your own rooms. I know the military life can lack privacy sometimes, but here, you will have your own individual accommodations, all the comforts we can provide. If you need anything, please, there is a rune next to your door. Wave your hand over it. It'll alert the kitchen staff. Someone, one of us or one of the other butlers will be there to assist you in whatever needs you need, whatever you need.
On the way in, would I have been able to like slip something to either Jarvis or Chauncey to just let them give them information for each individual room, just like something small that
Yeah.
like a small gift that identifies each of like something that would be good for each of them, including like, like maybe some cheese or something for Miss Swiss, like,
Yeah,
just like
absolutely.
little comforts. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, that's what I would like. Each room I would like to be like have something specific,
Alright.
like here's your PJs that are specially made for you,
And
and they have your name embroidered on it.
and as
And
you
I
like
hope mine are cooter
gifts.
PJs.
They are now,
Yours is just
And
a
much to
thong
my
with a
chagrin.
G-string.
Yeah.
as you all walk into your rooms, Rhett, would you like to explain what each person sees that was laid out
Oh,
for
well, I
them?
didn't. Well, damn it, no, because I didn't think beyond just that.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So, Orpheus, and you walk into your room. You see, for a soldier, who's lived your entire life, more or less in the military, quite a few years in hell, the thing that you see the most, or the thing that was laid out for you, is all of the comforts that you never were awarded. You see a large feather bed. You see silken pajamas, slippers. You see a sink next to the bed with cool water.
Not the cologne, but
No,
like
not the
actual
cologne.
water.
Gwen, you walk in and you see on the nightstand a bouquet of different mushrooms, different varieties of mushrooms, some that you're not familiar with, some that are local to this area that you have not seen before. Delicacies of Rockrealt. You also see on the dresser, you do see some more silken pajamas, and a small pile of bleached bones that look to appear to come from some sort of small animal. Elric,
Best gift ever.
What a lovely room of death.
Take care now. Bye bye then.
Like there's like a little pot where she even though she knows the bones are bleached, like she can like boil them too, just
Absolutely.
for extra comfort. Like that's her like white noise app.
It's like my
It's her
candle
It's
warmer.
her boiling bones. Like that's her white noise every evening. It's like,
Elric.
"Ah."
Elric, you walk into your room and you see 2 scrolls sitting
Oh, you got scrolls?
on your
You're
nightstand.
welcome.
You open them up, and unfortunately, they're spells you already know, but these were
Damn
what
it.
was available at the time, what was available on short notice. You also see pressed dress attire. Very nice, formal, in blacks and whites. And you see, again, a large feather bed. Butch, you walk in and you see sitting on the counter, sitting on the dresser, you see a large plate filled with meats, cheeses, smoked meats, fish, any kind of delicious smelling aromas of food. You see that the bed that they put you in, knowing your distaste of wide open spaces. You have a nice canopy bed where the canopy's actually been lowered 3 feet. So it's a nice enclosed area for you. Large reinforced bed.
Ooh.
Arnon,
Juicy
This is so
shorts and a
fun.
fishnet top.
Arnon also
my
has
God,
a reinforced bed.
No, Arnon has and with crotchless panties.
A paddle that says, "Thank you, may I please have another?"
Is it the fruit
Or
roll-up
like
underwear?
or like and like choice of 3 safe words, but you don't know what you're safe from.
That's not how
Arnon,
this works.
you walk into your room, and to the left of your door, you see a piano. Sitting on top of the piano is a tray of different cheeses, a variety of cheeses. You also see a decanter of a dark red wine. You see to the left a wardrobe that's slightly open. Sitting on the bed,
Oh God. I'm so scared. I don't feel safe right now.
sitting on the edge of the bed, legs crossed,
Arnon needs an adult.
wine in their hand. You see Rhett's mother.
Yes, 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 yes.
I'm so sad right now.
As you walk in,
What's happening?
you hear the door
Roll for stealth.
No. You hear the door shut behind you. Now, I told you I was going to have to find somebody to replace my husband.
Oh my fucking God.
He's not like
Hey
us.
Nick, I really want to get to my storyline. It'll be great.
You did this.
No, I don't. This is my mom.
You did this.
I don't
She
want
sets-
you screwed up this.
She sets the wine down on her end table.
She's like, I'm gonna make you regret it.
First Strahd, now her.
Takes a few steps towards
yeah,
you.
exactly.
Takes a few steps towards you. There's something I've been meaning to tell you since you showed up here.
Oh my God, is he my dad? My real one? Oh no, wait, was I right? Because that was
There's
a joke.
something I've been meaning to tell you since
I'm
you
not
showed
old
up
enough
here.
to be your dad.
Oh, thank God.
And she takes a step closer to you. She's now within just a couple feet. There's something you should know. No one has hurt me the way that you did.
Oh.
As you feel... what's your AC without armor on?
I mean, he didn't say you changed into the jammies yet.
Yeah, no, he changed into the
I-
Strahd outfit.
Yeah, he totally
Correct,
did.
that's right.
Yep.
What's the base?
Can she please call him
12?
Arnie?
12 plus 5?
20 hit
17?
as you feel
10 plus
this
Oh, yeah.
blade into your
Oh,
gut.
you dirty motherfucker.
And as you feel these 11 points of slashing damage, you see Rhett's mom's face fade into the orange and black striped fur. You see the hands crack backwards. I told you I would be back. And that's where we'll end the episode for the night.
What the fuck?
Molly.
So,
What the fuck? That's awesome. Holy
Thank-
shit, that's so cool.
thank you all for sticking with us. And we will see you next week to see what happens next. Now that Arnon is being attacked by the Rakshasa that he killed. What was that, like 6 months ago?
So so glad it wasn't my mom trying to bone Arnon up.
I thought it was.
A thing could be two
This is
things.
honestly
That's
better.
that's our thing, right?
So,
Yeah. I think
Thank
it's
you.
two things.
thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you all for sticking with us, and we will see you next week.
Where hopefully we don't roll a nat 1 trying to tell family from whatever the fuck this Rashasa is.
Oh no.
We'll see you next week. Have a fantastic evening. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Yay.
Bye.